Hey everybody, I'm Tom Vassell. Welcome to 10,000 and Below, a series where I take a look at games on Board Game Geek that are ranked 10,000 or less on that site. And sometimes I find some fantastic games, and sometimes I find some games that are okay, and sometimes I find games I know nothing about at all, like most of them. So let's get started here. So today we're starting at 13,101. We have Black Stories Holiday Edition. So we'll take a look at that one. Smog Riders Dimensions of Madness. I'm actually going to be giving that one a 4 here. I've played that one before. Let's see here. Oh, The Mystery of the Templars. That has 139. And this one's just called Wickets. All right. Ooh, Spicy Dice. We got to take a look at a game called Spicy Dice. All right, here we go. Let's take a look. Black Stories. I already know what this one is. Black Stories is where you ask people a bunch of questions and they're trying to figure out, a weird story, and people ask you questions until you figure out what happened. So you see on the cover there's a shark, and you find two people dead. Looks like a shark ate them. What happened? And then you ask questions until you figure out the story itself. It's okay. Smog Riders, Dimensions of Madness. This I just did on one of my 8 negative reviews. Actually, whoops, I'm going to go undo my rating because I did the card game. So I'm actually going to clear my rating here. I have not played the board game yet. The Smog Riders card game I did not enjoy. This one I don't know anything about yet. It looks cool, but I'm worried now having played the card game and not enjoyed it. But you never know. Mystery of the Templars from 2013. This is one of those games I heard about and never actually played. It looks cool. That looks like an online thing. Except, that's bad graphic design. It's a typical board of Europe. It sounds mysterious and interesting, and the Crusades and the Holy Grail. I like that concept, but it's pretty low rated for a game that came out that long ago. Wickets from 1989. It's a cricket sim with a somewhat boring board, but there we go. Miniatures added to it. Looks a little mass markety. All right, Spicy Dice, or Chili Dice apparently it's also called. You can roll dice many times as you want to maximize your score, but you have only 30 dice rolls at most over the whole game. That's interesting. 6-sided dice. So you have a red 1 on one die, a red 2 on another, so there's red pips on some of them. You can rotate the red die any side you want. Well, that sounds like a fascinating... Those are nice. Those are nicey dice. Sir Amigo. I wonder why this game's rating so low. It looks interesting. Maybe because not enough people have played it. I would play Have I played Spicy Dice? I might have in the past. One of these days I'll remember what I played in my life. All right, Sing It, I gave a 6. Horticulture Master, I gave a 5. Oh, that's going to make me sad. Look at this one. And then we have Das Kartenspiel. And Trivia Pursuit, the 2000s editions. And then Super Racco, better than a normal Racco. All right, Sing It is a game in which you draw a card, choose a word, and say the lyrics of the first song that comes to mind. That's it. It's fine. It's okay. I just told you the whole game. Horticulture Masters, a gorgeous game. I love how this looks. You get to take cards from these different rows and columns here. You'll be using those to pay for these big pieces that you'll put into your thing. There's polyomino pieces. The problem is you end up all buying the same pieces and building your gardens the same way, and there's tools that you get, and you're all trying to get the same thing. There's no replayability to this. But it looks so fantastic. I really like how it looks. This is based on a game that was nominated for the Spiel des Jahres, well, loosely. I don't know how to pronounce that, but it was nominated for the Spiel des Jahres. Wolfgang Kramer did it. This is the card game version of it. Does not seem to be nearly as popular. And having never played the board game, I couldn't even guess as to how the card game works. This is one of the few, the board game is one of the few Spiel des Jahres I didn't play. I will say this looks similar to Emil Born's for sure. Trivia Pursuit to 2000 edition is Trivia Pursuit with questions from the year 2000s. Great. Super Racco. I feel like I played Super Racco. Came out in 1983. Let me look at this box. Double racks and double the fun. I have played Super Racco. Well then, if that's the case, I should give it my ranking, which would be 5. I'm not a big fan of Racco. Super Racco's slightly better. I'd give Racco a 4. You just got to move the cards around. If you like a game like that, I'd recommend one of the games from the 10 Days series. All right, let's go down. Come on, give me a game at Communist Cats. Weird. Tenno has 104 ratings there. Keep Cool, I will. Desert Bazaar, I didn't give that one a very one. Make or Break Party, I want to take a look at that. And Fire Bulls. All righty, we'll come back. Let's take a look at these. Communist Cats. What's this cover? It's so weird. It's a Korean game, I guess. Or at least there's Korean on the cover there. Greg Dyson. Maybe not. Is this about North Korean cats? That's weird. All right. Tenno. This is from Hook. This came out in 2017. I'm guessing this game must never have gone to America. Looks interesting. I like the concept of it. The art's a little generic. Like if you just showed me some of those pictures and said, what game did this come from, I wouldn't know. Never mind. Z Garcia reviewed it. That's why I've never seen it. Wonder what he said it was. I wonder if he said it was good. Well, I've not played it. Desert Bazaar. This is from Mattel. Well, Mattel was making a play into getting some hobby games out there, and they made two came out at the same time. One about power and stuff that was good. This one I was less impressed with. It had some interesting pieces, but at the end of the day, it was ultimately a fairly boring game. Make or Break Party. So if you've never played any of the Make or Break games, you're just stacking blocks and things on top of each other. This one's done, I guess, in a party style sense. I wonder if the Make and Break games are higher on the list. You get a teammate to help you and stuff. It re-implements Make and Break. Where do you think Make and Break is? Higher or lower? Thumbs up, thumbs down. I'm going to go with higher. Yes, 4,083. Much higher, Make and Break. Oh, there you go. Fire Bulls. This is from Swan Panasia. It's been a long time since I played this one. I remember it, actually. I think they made a Cheeky Monkey game at the same time, and you just collected stuff to put out these cards. And that's all I remember of this game, but I didn't like it. Robo-Troc. This came out in 2012. And, oh my word, Cash Me If You Can, the geocaching board game. I don't know if that name's brilliant or bad. Caraxes and Co. Astronauts. That's a weird name. I got to take a look at that. And Where's Mr. Wolf? Let's see if I can get one more in here. Storyline, Scary Tales. All right, there we go. We're up to halfway through. Robo-Troc. Oh, yeah, this was, wasn't this? I wonder if someone remade this one. You're just making robots out of different parts, and you're just drafting them from the middle to make these parts and score points and moving pieces around. It's fun to build the robots, fun to get the point cards. It's a decent game in a small package. I like how it looks. Cash Me If You Can. So you're actually not geocaching in this game. You're pretending you are on the board. I wonder if that defeats the purpose. Like, I feel like geocaching, which I've not done, but I've heard a lot about, and it sounds really fun. It feels like it's something that anyone who does it wouldn't want to play a board game about it. The best use for this game, just guessing, it might be a good game, I don't know. But the best use of the game would be as a reward that you found in a geocache, I guess. Paintball would be like another activity. There's like some things I think that the people who play those games would never want to play a board game version of it. This one here is a little kids game, as you just turn over different things and have your birds steal stuff from each other from Queen. Queen makes some really good kids games. Astronauts. Oh, this is from Angelo Perazzi. Angelo Perazzi has made War Angel and other things. I don't think I've ever played this particular one. Yeah, there it is, War Angel, the card game. Angelo Perazzi, when did this come out? 2012. Looks like a kid's game, the way the board is set up. Meh. Those pieces are definitely from a different submarine game that Rio Grande came out with. Where's Mr. Wolf? This is for very, very young kids. I just reviewed this last year, I think. As you turn these tokens over and then you drop them in these little boxes here. And before Mr. Wolf gets everybody. It's for little kids, but it's fun. Storyline, Scary Tales. So this is, you're making stories. This is the second installment in the Scary Tales line. So if you like stories, this looks like it's a scary thing for kids to make up stories with. All right, let's keep moving here. We have, this game's called Cubus. Woolly Mammoth. I do want to talk about that one. Way Long has 110 ratings. And Adorable Pandering has 221 ratings. That's a lot. And Bloody Berets. Well, that sounds like a war game. All right, let's take a look. What do we got? Cubus. You have a stack of boxes, and you need to build and rebuild and gain points in how many boxes you construct. Huh. It's kind of a funky... Those are big tiles. I mean, that's... I like something like this that shows it in comparison to a Carcassonne tile. Weird. It's a neat point of view. Huh. I might play that. That looks interesting. All right, Woolly Mammoth here. You have to force mammoths off the side of a cliff. Sam Healy played this one. I did not. All I know is that you had to... You do weird things for this to happen, because I heard more laughing and yelling from the room when they played this than I've ever heard from a game that I was not involved in. I was very sad. Sad. Way Long, and this is a self-published, web-published game from Robert Carroll, which looks like it's just a dice game. There's a really long story here. It's based on the game 105 in a Chinese card game here. You roll 5 dice before any other players. Oh, so there's a target thing, and then you roll dice as fast as you can. Okay, I played games like this. Graphic design doesn't seem great, though. Adorable Pandering. Oh, this is from Asmodee. Asmodee has a lot of games out there. This one has a lot of ratings here for it being so low. You're making laws and things like that. All right, let's take a look here. I'm actually curious to see, like what the comments say about this one, since cute but simple, print and play, cute, random, it's awful, cute and random is what I'm getting. All right, well. Blood Berets. No, this is not, well, it's a war games. This is a game that came out before Mutant Chronicles, Siege of the Citadel. Interesting. Huh. Well, I've never heard of this game. Huh. These look like Warhammer models where the heads popped off and they stuck, a guy with a beret on in its place. And that's not Sylvester Stallone at all. All right, cool. Well, it's neat to see a game like that. Still pretty low, though. Let's continue. H2O Holland. That's an interesting name, so we'll take a look at that. Instinct. The Journeys of Paul, which I have played. And Love Pigs. Oh, there's also Anatomy Flux. We'll take a look at that one, too. All right, here we go. First, this one here. I've not heard of this one. Halunkin and Spelunkin from Alex Randolph. Okay, Alex Randolph has passed away, but he has made a lot of great games, a contemporary of Sid Saxon. I'm guessing this one was never printed in English, because I don't see an English perspective. The artwork has there's Ronnie. It doesn't say a whole lot about it. You're collecting a crew for your vessels. You shuffle them, deal them face up. You move your captains around, collecting the face-up scoundrels of choice. Okay. Sounds like a game I would play. That sounds interesting. Came out in 1997. H2O Highland. This is from Card Chess. Oh. Okay, Card Chess. Jeff Witterich. This one I never played. I did play several of his games that he came out with, including Card Chess. I don't like that cover. That cover's not very good. It doesn't look bad, though. Instinct card game. It's a trick-taking game. An exact one. 5 suits, 1 to 12 plus 6 trump cards. And you have to get your bid exactly. Okay, that's a pretty straightforward thing. Oh, wow, it has Magic the Gathering stuff on it. Journeys of Paul, Christian-themed board game. Came out in 1990, Cactus Game Design. I played this one for sure. They made an updated version of it, and you're just running Paul around. You're running your Paul around, trying to get churches started and things. It's a little more competitive than the theme would make sense having, but I thought it was okay. I don't think it's great, but it's okay. Love Pigs, another game from Angelo Perazzi. I just mentioned him. This one I have played of his. It has these silly, I mean, I've always liked Angelo's artwork. It's a lot of fun, but it's just, this game is just too random and a little weird, honestly. Love Pigs. Anatomy Flux. It's Flux, but with body parts. You want appetite, brain plus stomach. I don't know if that works for me. Appetite for me is just stomach. My brain's like, don't do it. My stomach's like, we will. It should be stomach plus mouth. Alrighty, Troll Park. This came out at Essen 2018. I remember that. We'll talk about that one in a second. Chaturanga. Run Wild. And Pentago XL. Pentago XL is ranked 13183. I gave that one an 8. And you'll see why in a second, because it's awesome. Everzone, Strategic Battles in the Universe. Troll Park is a really beautiful game. I really thought I would like it. It's about opening an amusement park here, and you're collecting tiles and putting those tiles in your park. It's a big, colorful looking thing. It has this neat little, you see those things that roll down? That's for like tiebreakers and stuff. But at the end of the day, it's just okay. I was so disappointed by this one that it wasn't a better game. Chaturanga, this was published in Games Magazine, actually. I've certainly played board games published in there before. Abstract strategy game for 4 players. It looks almost pretentious, though, doesn't it? Like, you wouldn't understand how to play this game. Run Wild. Okay, it's been a long time since I played this one. It's a rummy game, and you're trying to get rid of them. I must, again, I can see I thought it was okay. Very hippie-ish box there from Out of the Box Publishing, back when they were a thing. I do like the design of the cards, though, a lot. All right, I want to talk about Pentago XL. Pentago is a game where you're trying to get, well, that's a small picture. You're trying to get 4 in a row, or 5 in a row, sorry, by placing a marble or by rotating one of the boards. Pentago XL is the same thing, but for 4 players. It's great. I love it. It's cool. It's so much fun to play. Everzone, Strategic Battles in the Universe. This came out in 2014. I'm not a big fan of these boxes that are split into sections like that. I'd rather just have one big picture, I think. The artwork's not bad, though. Well, some of it is. Oh, it's kind of gross. Problem is, all that stuff doesn't actually tell me anything about the game. It's a strategic card game set in a distant future. Your command of forces, blah, 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 blah. Looks like a CCG, frankly. Alrighty, let's continue on. Let's see. Tasnia. Zumaka, I gave this one a 3. Just a couple years ago. Spring Fever. Swish Jr. That's a good game. We'll take a look at that one. Who Knows Where. That's a weird name. And then Temple of the Beastmen. If ever there was an 80s game. Tasnia has 77 comments. Resource game with tile laying. Well, I like the different buildings tiles. That's neat. Looks pretty. I wonder why it didn't do so hot. Zumaka. This was Kickstarted. I've liked many of the games this company has done. Zumaka's not one of them. There's Take That games, and it's a set collection, drawing cards, and you're trying to get stuff to match, but the deck's so big, and then there's a bunch of Take That cards. Oh, I hated this one. Spring Fever. This is from Friedman Fries. Well, that's a pretty game. Philosophia did this one. So it looks like Friedman Fries did a game for kids. Huh. Is it a trick-taking game? What is it? You're bluffing cards. Oh, I like this one. I wonder why it's ranked so low. Let's see what the comments say. Oh, they're not saying it's not as good as Felix Cat in a Sack. A lot of bluffing games like Cockroach Poker. I see. Alrighty. Well, interesting. Bluffing game. Swish Junior. So in Swish, you're placing cards on top of each other, trying to match different things. It's more of a puzzle game than it is. It's more of a puzzle than a game, but it works really well, and these clear cards are fun. Who knows where? Try to guess people around the world by guessing locations. So it's a trivia game about where things are, using apparently pyramids from Looney Labs. It's by Wildcard Games. Wildcard. Temple of the Beastmen. All right, so like I said, this is an 89 game from Frank Chadwick. So you can see it definitely has that ancient look to it, gaming in 3 dimensions. Although you can get miniatures for it. Huh. This is like an old adventure style game from back in the day. Games Workshop and stuff. Okay. I might give that one a whirl. Who knows? Alrighty. Well, there you go. We finished up another episode here of 10,000 and Below. We're getting down deeper, but we're still finding good games. You'll notice there's always some I find that are good, but there might be some good ones I didn't even talk about. Tell me in the comments below what I missed. Until next time, I'm Tom Bassett. You've been watching 10,000 and Below on the Dice Tower.